Welcome to the Things with Wings experience.
Fly with me, won't you?
Peace. What's good, guys? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. NXT 2.0 last night was okay. It could have been better, but it was all right. It was not a bad show. It was not a good show. It was just straight down the middle. I want to discuss the main event first. So we will talk about the main event, and then once we talk about the main event, then we'll continue on with the rest of the review. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. This is the review for NXT 2.0 for March 22, 2022. So, let's go over the main event first. All right. So, Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray, they win the Dusty Classic. They defeat the team of Wendy Chu and Dakota Kai. Okay, so the fuckery that took place was after the match. So, Toxic Attraction, they left the ramp, came down, they cut a promo, they talked to, they congratulated Kaylee Ray and Io, and then Io and Kaylee, they both get on the mic and they say, well, look, the reason why we did this whole shit was because we want to hit Toxic Attraction where it hurts, and that is to go after the NXT Women's Championship. So it's now a fatal four-way, and it's a bunch of bullshit. It makes no sense. Cora Jade last week did a bunch of really cool stuff with Toxic Attraction, and now that we have Io and Kaylee Ray added to the mix, it just makes no fucking sense. It's retarded. It's so dumb because, okay, why are you shitting on the tag champs? Why are you shitting on the tag team champions, the women's tag team championships? Why do you even have those at all? Why do you even have those? Like, nobody really cares about that. Like, it's cool, but at the same time, it's not worth it. Like, if you're not going to, like, really go all in and invest shit that you need to invest in, then why do it? Like, this is the second year in a row that they have shitted on the NXT women's tag titles. Like, why? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But it's also the same thing with the women's tag team championships on the main roster. It's the same thing there, so it doesn't really matter. It's like, if you're going to make a division and involving women's tag teams, then women tag teams, then why the fuck don't you have any like long-term plans or a vision for the shit? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, I'm hearing stuff, or I'm thinking that maybe one of the members of Toxic Attraction could be injured. It could be either Gigi or it could be JC. I mean, yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that could be the reason. Maybe another reason they did this could be is because maybe they felt that Cora Jade wasn't ready. But even if that's the case, you don't need to have Kaylee Ray and Io in the match. Io needs to get ready to head on to the main roster. I think once once NXT Stand and Deliver has concluded and is officially in the books and over and done with, she needs to go to the main roster. I feel like Kaylee Ray should have stayed in NXT UK a little bit longer, in my opinion. But it just makes the match a lot more weak, and it's not as exciting as it would have been if it was just Cora Jade versus Mandy. I was even thinking of maybe like a stipulation, because of what happened like with last week. So maybe like, a stipulation, maybe like a last women standing match, or maybe like a table match, or something of the sort. Something to, get the feud going. But I don't know. I just don't know, guys. I feel like, to me, it just didn't make sense. And I don't know if they think that Cora Jade is ready, but in my opinion, she kind of is ready. I feel like her and Mandy would work very well together. They've told a beautiful story, but we won't, get things going. We won't get things going in the right direction. So, now that we're done with the main event, let's move on. So, the actual show kicks off with Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, the NXT North American Champion. They kick the show off. Then they cut really good promos, and then they're out there on commentary. Out comes Solo Sikoa and Roderick Strong. It's an okay little match. In the end, Solo wins via the splash. Look, Solo, in my opinion, he's all right, but I felt that they need to completely revamp his character. He needs to have a character, because it just feels like he's just, Jimmy and Jay with no charisma. I get that he's their younger brother, but it doesn't essentially matter. They have to give this man a character. Like, he shouldn't have even won the match, in my opinion. I think Roderick Strong should have won. It would have made more sense. Yes, I know he's had a run with the North American Championship. He's had a run with it, but still, it doesn't matter. I feel that they need to desperately repackage Solo Sikoa, in my opinion, because the guy's just not ready. That's just my honest opinion. He's got a while. Next, we have Tony D'Angelo. He takes on Dexter Lumis. And so Indy and Persia, they're out there doing some fuck shit. A crowbar gets involved by Persia. And so both Persia and Indy are fighting over the crowbar. Obviously, your boy Tony D'Angelo, he uses it. He hits his finisher for the 1, 2, 3. And then post-match, gets on the mic, gets a really good promo. Tommaso Ciampa's music hits. He does a fairy tale ending. Got a good little promo. And that was that. So it was pretty good little shit right there. I love what they're doing with Tommaso Ciampa. We all know that he's going to lose to D'Angelo at Stand and Deliver. D'Angelo needs to win because, he's got to win a feud at some point. He has to. Then next we see sexy ass Alexa Lopez. Damn. God damn. She defeated Fallon Henley. So she won via a sit-down slam for the 1, 2, 3. Then we had... Well, I'll go over that match last, but we had Bron Breakker and Robert Roode. I'll talk about that last. That was a banger. That was a fucking banger. Moving on, we had Grayson Waller versus A-Kid. It was a very short match, which I liked. I enjoyed it. Grayson Waller wins via like a inside outside the ring stunner for the 3 count. That was pretty badass right there. And then Carmelo Hayes, he gets on the mic, says, the guys, the losers who lost their matches, it's going to be a triple threat. And then Trick Williams, he gets on the mic, talks some shit, and A-Kid stuffs him, and that was that. Then we have the Creed brothers. They take on the Grizzled Young Veterans. They win. It is what it is. Then we had some backstage fuckery involving Indy Hartwell and Persia Pirotta, along with Dexter Lumis and Duke Hudson. And so Lumis, he's painting a picture, and it's of Gunther. So we then proceed to have a match between Gunther and Duke Hudson. Gunther wins, obviously. Wins via fucking powerbomb. Post-match, Walter gets on the mic, cuts a promo. He's met by LA Knight. LA Knight cuts a really good promo. Then he attacks Gunther, a.k.a. Walter. They brawl for a minute, and then Imperium jumps. All of Imperium, they jump LA Knight, and then MSK, they make the save. So you can bet your ass that it's going to be a 6-man tag next week, more than likely. And then we had a segment involving Chase University. So one of the guys will be taking on Von Wagner next week. So that's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm so high on Andre Chase. I fucking love his character. His character is so badass, man. Love his character. Really good, awesome comedic character. I love what they're doing with him. Then we also had a couple segments involving Zaya Quinn and Draco Anthony. He got a little voicemail from Joe Gacy. So that will probably lead to something, maybe a tag team match or something, or a singles match. Maybe Joe Gacy versus Draco Anthony at Stand and Deliver. So yeah. Then let's go over the final match. Bron Breakker versus Robert Roode. This was a banger. Ziggler was on commentary. He gets ejected from the ring, from ringside, and then Robert Roode hits a glorious DDT. Your boy kicks out, that being Bron Breakker. He kicks out, and then Roode goes up on the top rope, and Breakker catches him in midair and hits the power slam for the 1-2-3. So yeah, man, it was a pretty okay episode of NXT, if I do say so myself. But it could have been better. It was alright. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Alright.